We're on. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. Oh, I can't even start a goal tonight. Hey, come out to La Jolla next weekend, February 7th or February 6th. Mark Ellis is headlining both shows. But I'll be there on February 7th. Jen Sturgeon with him on February 6th. If you're local. Hi, friends. I'm excited for tonight's show. It is jam-packed. Jam-packed. This is the Blathering Live. I'm Kat Napzok. Some of you might know me as a radio host. Thank you all who came to my defense last week. I just get a little bitter when people are like, what are you, some kind of radio host? Yeah, mother trucker. But I'm over it this week. Maybe, slightly. All of our regulars are here. Brady says La Jolla is certainly a place. It's a great place, especially if you're rich and Republican, but it's Comedy Store La Jolla is a great spot coming up. Here's what's on the show tonight. We talk a little news up top. The Melania duck's on its way here. Some of you might have already been able to see it. We're talking about that debacle. Bill Belichick, not good enough for the Hall of Fame, at least not this year. Little programming update. Tomorrow, no episodes of Anytime with Ken and Alden or Force Center Now. We are going to go dark. No new videos up on those channels or this one here. That is because of the national economic strike, boycott, shutdown, whatever you want to call it. Producer Steve is here with me in chat. You're in chat and also here on the show. Steve, ice out. How are you?
Hey, Ken. Happy Thursday, everyone. Ice out indeed.
Peace and love. Peace and love.
Indeed. Thank you so much. I'm so excited for tonight's show. There's so much fun stuff, so many fun things to get to. We're gonna laugh a lot tonight, which I think we all really need, and that's why a lot of people are here, Ken.
We do. Also on the show, Scotty J. Rowe. I don't even know what the hell he's doing. I just got a text message from him that said, "Oh, I got something." I said, "You got 10 minutes, mother trucker." Jerry the Cannon Junkie has also said he's going to call it. I'm excited for this one. I have no idea what this is. It's a paranormal report. He's got something as well. Addie's returning with science, and it's got a new kind of vibe and look. I'm excited for the work she's put into that to be shared with the world. And also, top of the hour. I really, really want this from y'all. Please, let's make this thing a thing. It is Thursday. It is time for your sinful confessions. And Steve and I, Steve, he's worked on some stuff, and then I'm benefiting from his work. We've got the segment. It's leveling up, Steve. It's going to level up tonight.
We are spreading the word. Folks, get in here while it's still free. We're going to start charging for this stuff soon, just like the church did to fix your indulgences. So
yeah,
get in here while it's hot.
Confessions, and then GOT Rewatch. I'm excited for the final episode of Season 7. Jared's been so just generous calling in with that, making me talk GOT, and Casually Talk is doing pretty good with Night of the Seven Kingdoms. Humble numbers when you compare it to the rest of the internet, but good numbers for us. I'm excited for that. So big show, big giant show. But Steve, swinging through the news up top here tonight. The Melania doc. I guess you could say it's out. At least it's supposedly in theaters. We can go get a screening. I'm sure you can stream it soon. Here's some of the stats I pulled here, Steve. They've been going around the internet today. First of all, it's not even a stat. Brett Ratner is the director. This is his first project since being kicked out of Hollywood for Me Too doesn't even cover it. He's just a piece of shit on so many levels. And him and Bryan Singer, who were for a while like the top directors you'd want to get for your big IP or action movie or your action comedy movie in the early 2000s. Both pieces of shit. I'm saying it here on the internet right now. He's back, baby. No one gets canceled. He's back directing this piece of shit film. And $40 million budget, which is insane for documentaries, by the way. Amazon MGM shelled out $40 million, plus has spent reportedly $35 million in marketing. That's $75 million. Steve, it's tracking for a $1 million opening weekend.
$1 million is generous in my opinion. I was just looking at my local cinema, Ken, for the 8:20 showing tomorrow night.
Your local theater?
My local theater. That's the I don't know what the brand is, but I think it's like CMX Cinemas, whatever that means. One ticket, Ken. One ticket, Ken, has been sold in the back right corner So I don't know what that guy's going to be doing. I mean, actually,
I
you
think
know what he's going to be doing. Yeah,
I think I know because I
in
cleaned
the
it up
very
movie
back
theaters.
right corner. Yeah, that is it. There's one ticket sold, very back right corner. That's
Um,
worrying.
It's gonna make some of the Addie's reporting the matinees near me are well sold, but the evening show's empty. Is that what is that? Does that mean just all the olds are coming out for the
I
greatest
gotta think
first
so.
lady of
Well,
our time?
that is at least the 8 o'clock showing for my thing. It's not the 5:30. I think the 5:30 might have had 2 or 3 for the younger
Okay.
crowd. 2 or 3 tickets
Yeah.
sold already. But I
That
thought
makes sense.
prime time 8:20. If it's a Friday night, you got to think
David.
that's it.
David caught you. You're going on your own. And the fact that it might track for $1 million does make some sense. We know that there's people out there with the red hats. There's some folks like, oh, this seems interesting. I'm not surprised, but also I'm surprised that it's that much. The stories run around today. Again, I don't know how true, but they're on reputable. These aren't like Reddit chat threads. They're reputable news reports. 2/3 of the crew wants nothing to do with it, are embarrassed for being involved. I mean, I guess a paycheck's a paycheck. When I cast no stones because this industry is destroyed, and who knows sometimes what you're signing on for.
Right.
You're just gaffing and striking lights and all that stuff. But 2/3 of the crew wants nothing to do with it, and also described Melania as boring but nice. The article said to I guess to her credit, everyone said she's very nice. Ratner, they said, was the actual worst part of this production.
I did also see the stories about people being like, okay, how do I get my name off of the credits, basically, so that I don't have to have this on my CV or anything. No, I don't have to be associated with this in any way. But everything, all the the conjecture and the stories were, well, they worked for Amazon, so they're basically told they had to work on it, or basically get off the pot. It was that or lose your job kind of thing. So that's a pretty shitty spot to be in. But at the same time, I mean, it's not just a job as a job kind of. Sometimes I don't know. There's who am I to say there's a line in the sand for that kind of thing and say don't quit your job? But
if you willingly go, but again, also as I said, a lot of crew in Hollywood is not liberal at all. That's one of the things overlooked about the time. So and by the way, the crew could be crew could be producers, associate producers, writers, research, anything, not just the people on the sets when they were doing interviews and everything. But yeah. Fascinating. My big thing, and we're moving quick through stuff tonight. We got a lot of calls. We got Scotty warming up in the bullpen here. Is the fact that this is essentially a bribe. This is a big giant bribe, Steve. Not just a shitty movie, but it is a bribe from Amazon MGM to this administration. That's the most disgusting thing.
Yeah, it really is just another example of just how stupid they think we all are by just doing this out in the open. And getting paid, whatever it is, $60 million, $45 million to do a movie about, because it's not like it's her whole life story or this big giant 10-part Last Dance documentary type thing. It's not. It's an hour and a half documentary about the 45 days leading up to the inauguration in 2025. So it's like here's this is Bezos saying here's $45 million. Like I'm on your team. Don't like. Don't tariff my company to hell or something in some way. I don't know. I don't know how any of that works, but it's And then I saw when asked on the red carpet, I think it was today, they were like, "Oh, so what did you think about the budget for this movie? Did you like how what did you either?" He was asked about it, and he's like, "Go ask the Obamas because they made a movie, and what have they ever done?" That's basically what he said when asked about the budget of the movie.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, they got production. They got a production company. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
It's just amazing.
That doesn't. Yeah. And he also bombed people with drones, but that doesn't stop us from talking about the shit you've done. Yeah. Okay. David McKay has the final thought. It's just a shame it came out too late for Oscar contention. It could have been.
I know.
Quick swing through sports. I'm fascinated with this tale here. Bill Belichick, and I will call him. A legendary coach, 73 now, right? Second year in North Carolina, coaching over there. He's also about the second or third year into his just wonderful new relationship with his great-granddaughter, 25-year-old girlfriend. And look, I'm someone who's on the record is like, age gaps don't bother me as much as other people. Maybe because I'm always on the positive side of it, I guess. I guess I could acknowledge my privilege. But this is a little weird. Yeah, it's a little weird. He doesn't get in. He falls short. Now, I have up who else was on the ballot at the time. And this isn't the big Hall of Fame, right? Is this like the Veterans Committee? What, Steve?
No, this is
because
this is the Hall of Fame.
No, I know it's the Hall of Fame, but
Yeah.
is this like, in baseball they have this is the inductees this year, but also the Veterans Committee put in Dave Parker.
Oh, no. This isn't like the thing where, because, yeah, you're right. In football, they do the thing where it's like, well, we're going to put in like an old guy from 50 years ago that everybody forgot about, but we need to put. No. This is the whatever 32 writers or like 32 to 40 beat writers that there's like 1 to 2 writers per city that has a team, right? And then there's about 20 or so legacy media members that, and plus like, guys like Bill Polian, Sal Palantonio from ESPN, like some of the old head talking heads, those guys are voters. And so, it's the same voting pool that votes on everything else as far as I understand.
Okay. All right. So, because he was up against his own owner for years, Robert Kraft, the lone contributor finalist. And I think contributor is the outside of the lines kind of category.
Right.
Senior finalist. Maybe that's where I got confused. Senior finalists. Ken Anderson, former quarterback for the Bengals. Roger Craig, running back, of course, mostly for the 49ers, Raiders as well. And L.C. Greenwood, linebacker, I believe. Steelers, Bills, veteran guy. Voters can only cast for 3 of the 5 finalists. Belichick up against that crew. Ken Anderson was a great quarterback. Roger Craig, one of the best of the time that I came up watching football. He should already have been in the Hall of Fame. Belichick doesn't get in. Steve, your thoughts on this? Does this have to do with Spygate? Is this what Bill Polian is publicly saying he needed to wait a year? Also, the Hall of Fame is threatening some sort of retaliation action if they find out the voters violated bylaws, including sharing their deliberations on the vote. This is a controversy, Steve.
This is men's version of reality TV drama, Ken. This is the dumbest shit in the world. I just want to go on record just saying that. This is like the dumbest stuff to have arguments about because, in my opinion, with the Hall of Fame, and I don't think this is too radical, you're either a Hall of Famer or you're not. Like, as soon as you retire, you have a resume of what your career was to be judged as a Hall of Famer, right? So from the time that you've stepped in on the field for the first time to the time that you retired, that is on and off the field, whatever, that is your body of work. That hasn't changed from the time that he retired to now. If we're not counting UNC, right? Because this is the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
Pro football. His time with the Giants, time with the Browns, time with the Patriots.
This is the greatest coach we've ever seen, whether you think he was a Brady merchant or not. He won a bazillion Super Bowl. Like this is the definition of a first ballot Hall of Famer or whatever. And so the fact that we think we're going to be like all cute and say, oh, well, Spygate happened and this happened, so we're going to punish him for a year by not letting him in for a year. Ha ha ha. It's just dumb schoolyard bully stuff. And it's like, he's a Hall of Famer, and here if you want to put a little line on his Hall of Fame plaque that says, hey, he got caught cheating and had to give up all this stuff and pay a fine, blah blah blah. That's what you should do because that's part of what I said. The sphere of his resume from when it started to when it ended. It included that. So let's tell the whole story. This is what you should do with all these Hall of Fames. Tell the whole story and put him in there because that's where he should be because some little kid's going to ask, hey, Daddy, who won the most Super Bowls? Why isn't he like walking around the Hall of Fame? It's like, oh, well, it's very complicated. Why we can't put him there? It's dumb.
The last line should be fined $500,000 for involvement in a scandal known as Spygate. All right, we do have a special sports correspondent calling in for this one there. He is from the city of Boston, so I don't know how much we can trust him, but I'll say this before he gets in there. I agree with you, Steve. I think he's absolutely the definition of first ballot Hall of Fame. I understand the controversy. I understand just him. I understand the on to Cincinnati of it all. I understand who Bill Belichick was, is, and who he thought he was. But that's a Hall of Famer, without a doubt. So let's bring in our correspondent from Beantown. Here he is now. Jared the Tide Pilot. Jared, what do you want?
When Steve started talking.
Are you crying?
No. That's
tears.
I
made such a good point.
I was running behind, so the pre-show ritual happened a little later than usual.
Okay.
But no, I was hoping Steve would have taken that route that he did because I completely agree. Bill Belichick is a piece of garbage human being, but I mean, 8 Super Bowl wins, 6 as a coach, 12 appearances, 9 as a coach, 31 playoff wins, 19 as a coach. Like, oh, these are all number one records. Like, 17 conference championships. he's a piece of shit. But if that is not a Hall of Fame resume, I don't know what the fuck is. Like,
I agree.
Right.
I agree. Look, I don't like the guy either. As a Miami Dolphin fan, it sickens me what they were able to do in that city. But that's again out of pure jealousy. But yeah, hey, look, over in baseball, they got way more complicated things. The fact that Carlos Beltran got voted in this next year, he'll be enshrined. Great player, I think a Hall of Fame player. But his last season, one of his last seasons, he's part of Trash Can Gate in Houston. And now there are other people kind of correctly saying, hey, I was never proven to be on PEDs, but you keep me out of the hall because of that. But this guy goes in, caught cheating the game on a level that caused a earth-shattering controversy. What's going on? So I agree with that. I think it's petty, and I think he'll get in next year, and this will be forgotten, maybe. Bill won't forget it.
Oh, no. I don't even think Bill gives a shit anymore. He's got his granddaughter, wife.
Yeah, I don't think it is.
Girlfriend. They're not married.
Oh, whatever.
Yeah, calm down, Jared.
She'll get on that money train soon enough. Okay. But this was total just political with, I forget the two guys' names, but everybody who made a video about this, two very older gentlemen that they're like, these two guys are the reason he's not in it.
That makes sense. Some old crusties. Yeah. All right, Jared, we're going to bring you back on for Game of Thrones. We're going to get on to Scotty. I appreciate you.
No worries.
All right, big show tonight. We got a lot to get to. So this next caller here, we're going to bring the camera. He's camera ready. He, last time out, taught me about Italian brain rot. Check out that video. He is the best junior high teacher in our country. Scotty J. Rowe checking in. How are you, buddy?
I'm doing fine, Ken. I had an epiphany earlier.
Okay.
This is part of the discussion we're going to have in just a moment. It's more of a challenge, really.
Okay.
I need you, just off the top of your head. Steve, of course, can help, but he couldn't name a disco song last time, so I'm not sure if he can even help this time. Okay. But I love you, Steve. I want you to name 20 people that have the name Jackson. You could do it, which is the crazy part.
That have people. The name
Jackson.
This
could be first name Jackson. It could be celebrities. It could be friends.
Question.
Yes.
Okay, so hold on. Is this the segment tonight?
This is the segment.
Okay, cool. I was like, I thought you were gonna like squeeze in something before.
This is
all right.
segment.
So what's the parameters throughout history?
Throughout history, throughout any sort of catalog of athletes,
first name,
musicians,
surnames.
First names, surnames, maiden names. It could be childhood friends. I just need 20 people, and the chat can help too with the name Jackson.
Okay, first up. Okay, Steve. Steve has a question.
I just want to ask a question. So, in the chat has already said this with the in the chat. The Jackson 5. Does that do we have to name all five of their first name?
Yes,
of them?
You have to name all five of the first.
Yep. I couldn't name all five of them in order to get that. To work, but okay, good to know.
And even fictional characters, with the name Jackson.
Okay. I'm gonna go. I'm not looking at chat right now. I'll go to chat when I need help. All right. First in, Andrew Jackson, President Andrew Jackson.
Okay, we've got one.
All right. Peace. You said people that I even grew up with?
Sure, dude.
All right. Arroyo Grande High School swim team member friend Jackson Liscombe.
Okay, we've got two.
Okay. Mark Ellis's high school buddy, good friends with Mark. I hung out with him, DC Jackson Holland.
Okay. 3.
You can verify that. You tweet Mark Ellis right now. Okay.
I'll blue sky him.
The king of pop, Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson. That's a given.
Mama, man, rhythm, Janet Jackson. Okay.
That's your 5th one right there.
Okay. Artist Jackson Pollock.
Yep. Famous
Okay.
one. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
That's my 6. Okay. Tito Jackson.
Yep. 7.
Okay. Not their father, but new wave singer, rock star Joe Jackson.
That's what I was thinking too.
Okay.
Okay.
Is she really going
Stepping out, dude.
with him?
Stepping Out's a great song.
Is
man,
she
by
really
Jackson.
gonna take him home tonight? Jermaine Jackson.
Okay, you got your 9th one.
Okay. Shit. Okay.
Dude, you're doing good.
I'm writing some down on. I'm writing my own list over here, Ken, as like a backup to. So I've got 3 so far. So when you want me to tap in, just let me know.
Do I have to? I'm not looking at chat yet. I'm not either.
I'm not either.
I just thought Latoya Jackson, and I want to shout out Kyle Harlow. I just saw that Kyle Harlow with the assist. Latoya Jackson. Okay.
We We got 10 more.
My friend Bruce Jackson.
Bruce Jackson.
Kojak on YouTube. That's number 11. Oh, okay. There's got to be
You've
some
got
baseball.
them. Dude, you missed a couple of big ones. Can I give you hints?
Yeah,
I've got 3. I've got 3 to help.
No,
Steve will
before.
get 3.
Okay. I'm going to go. Oh, Lord of the Rings director. Shout out to Ken Plume, Peter Jackson.
There you go. Okay, good. There we go. That was what I was thinking of.
Okay. Steve?
Okay. Jackson Dart, Giants quarterback.
Okay, yep.
What are we accepting that spelling?
Yeah,
Why not?
that's
It's his
fine.
name is Jackson.
Jackson. And I didn't say it had to be Jackson.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I want to go with linebacker Ricky Jackson.
Okay, that's your
New Orleans
your,
Saints.
14th one.
Okay. Steve, you got another one?
Wide receiver Deshaun Jackson.
15.
Oh, that's good. Okay. Well, that makes me think of Mr. October, Reggie Jackson.
That was my next one, Reggie Jackson.
16.
Yep. Good job.
Still got
Okay.
4 more, and I know you've got it in you because there's a huge one that you haven't named yet. I know, isn't this fun? I had so much fun doing this.
Huge one. Okay, give me a hint. I get 3 hints per game.
I'm not
Do you
looking
want
at
a
chat.
hint?
I think
We'll
we
probably
can
do this again. Yeah, I want one hint.
She's probably somebody's baby. She's probably somebody's baby tonight.
That just makes me think of, is that Fast Times at Ridgemont High that's in? Or is Daisy Confused? One of those
She's
movies.
got to be somebody's
I think
baby.
it's Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
That's your 17th one. Come on. She's got to be somebody's baby.
Oh, Jackson Brown. Oh, my
There you
God.
go. That's 17.
Oh,
Okay.
my God.
You want more? You want more hits?
No,
Oh, no. I asked for one. If you got,
Okay, hold on.
okay. Yes.
3
Steve?
more.
we got to focus here, like on industries. So we did sports, like let's do
You nailed
like
sports.
like actors.
Not many actors you've named.
Samuel L. Jackson.
That's 18.
Boom. There's one. Well, there's got to
Okay.
be more than one Jackson actor or actress, right?
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
There's a big country one that y'all are missing out on, too.
Big country
Jackson?
singer.
Huge.
Oh, I don't know anything about country.
Huge country. Want me to sing it?
Yeah. Oh,
Way
no.
down yonder on the Chattahoochee, it gets hotter than a hoochie coochie. Play my rubber
Excuse
on
me,
the
sir.
Georgia asphalt.
Excuse me, sir.
I'm sorry. So too blue for the blathering.
Okay.
Hoochie coochie.
Ethan's got it. Ethan's Alan Jackson, and then
Alan
the final
Jackson.
one. I've got the final one.
Yep.
Bo Jackson.
Okay, want to do 5 more? Because there's a couple more.
What do
you
I
still
get
haven't
for
named
5
yet.
more?
Five
What do
more.
I get for 5 more? What's the bonus?
I'll give you a $5 super chat.
Dude,
he'll
I
do it.
definitely
I know
got
he
to
will.
do
I
this.
know he will.
I can't afford rent. I can't afford rent in
He
February.
wants a
Okay.
frozen burrito, y'all. Give that man a frozen burrito. Send him a super chat.
Okay. When can I look at chat?
Not yet. Come on.
I mean,
now.
I've been
With
sneaking a
5
peek.
more.
No,
There's-
not yet.
let me
not
see
yet.
if I can look at my list to see if I can consult.
I have the private
There's
chat up, so I'm not looking
Okay.
at
I
the
have
main
a-
chat.
a famous jazz singer from New Orleans. Famous jazz.
Famous
There's a
jazz
theater.
singer
There's a theater named after her in New Orleans where I saw a band one time. Might have been Styx or someone weird. But
I am
Man,
not
I
cultured
don't know.
enough to
Yeah,
know this.
I'm not cultured on the
can I help you? I can give you this one.
Yep.
Mahalia Jackson. Don't know if y'all
okay.
know-
Yeah.
I would
Sorry.
have been here
I'll
for
make you know.
16 hours before we guessed that.
All right. Well, I'm just
Okay.
saying. You still got. You can do 4 more. There's. Let's see.
I'm trying to go. Okay, actors or sports?
There's
really
so
my
many.
places I
There's
can
so
contribute.
many.
Fictional characters, too.
I got 2. I got a 2 for
Here we go.
21 and 22. Let me tell you about Keith Jackson, NFL baseball and college announcer, passed away. But at the same time, one of the greatest tight ends of the late 80s and the early 90s, also Keith Jackson. 2 Keiths for the price of 2.
You got
Wow.
2 more than you do the 25 Jackson challenge. If we can get to 30, I think I would just. I don't even know what I would do. I'd probably weep.
I don't know if I can. Okay. I'm not looking at chat. I'm not looking at chat.
I'm not either. I'm staring down at
help
my
you.
desk. This is my thinking phase.
Yeah, I don't
sorry.
like to.
gotta,
I don't.
pay attention
I
to
already feel I already feel that there's. I took too much from chat.
It's okay.
Steve. Hold on. I had one official hint. So, give me another official hint. Yeah.
Fictional character has a Disney Plus show, and it's based off a book series.
Percy
based
Jackson.
off a
Percy
Okay,
Jackson.
there you go.
I gotta tell you. I'll tell you this. I think fictional characters. I don't think that's fair. Right.
Okay, that's fine. If we can,
right, Steve. What's your ruling here on this?
Yeah. I think it's a well I would only dip into if we like really had to, which we're coming close to that. But I feel like we could still pull out. I feel like we could still pull out 2 or 3 more real ones before we have to name Percy Jackson.
Okay.
But here I am blanking on it.
Everyone in the chat's going crazy. This is one of these.
I'm
good
sure.
topics.
I'm looking. I don't see. I'm
gonna sneak into the chat and see if I can see.
We're so
we got
close.
3 left. We gotta make this time next time.
Yeah.
Eli points out actor Mark Evan Jackson, who I did meet as well. He's a friend of Hal Leblin's, and
that counts.
His wife Jennifer, and he was at my Flapper shows, an actor. So Mark Evan Jackson. So 24 and 25. Okay.
We're doing so good, y'all.
We're doing really good because it's truly a thing. It's truly a thing where there's so many of them.
Yep.
So I get one more official hint. Hit me, Scotty.
Okay. I was so not fictional characters, but I was gonna say Jackson DeLeppy. But that's a fictional character.
I understand.
The rabbit from the comics in the 70s, from the Star Wars comics. There's a daughter of Michael Jackson. Do you remember her name?
Paris Jackson.
Paris. That's
Paris
24.
Jackson. Okay.
Yeah. And then the
Blanket Jackson. I don't know his other name, but his name's Blanket. They called him Blanket.
What was his Blanket? Name? Steve nailed it. Y'all have officially named 25 Jacksons. I'm very impressed. Isn't that a cool thing you can do?
I love it.
Well, because it's weird because it's both middle. It could be both middle, first, and last. It could be all of them. Like, not many people you can probably name a lot of Bins, but like, there's not many last name with Bins.
I'm gonna sneak over to chat a little bit. Steven Jackson. Ranger Donald said Paris Jackson.
Steven Jackson. Yeah, Steven
Jackson Rathbone. Jonathan Jackson Miller. Oh, that's good. Oh, Jackson Public really of the Venture Brothers. I never watched the Venture Brothers. That would have slipped my mind. Oh, point guard Mark Jackson. That's a good one.
Oh, that's a good one.
His rookie card, of course, has the Menendez brothers on it.
The Menendez brothers.
Oh, Shoeless Joe Jackson. God bless it. I should have done that.
Is there any WWE wrestlers or no that you didn't think of, Ken? Any
there might be a couple.
Okay,
I'll type that in.
So real talk though about this Jackson thing.
Yes, real talk.
It's a good name. It's a good first, good last name.
Ezekiel
I like
Jackson.
Jackson. Yeah. Jackson of Rabbit Bones. I don't know what that is, Jerry.
Okay.
There's not many names you can do this with. Where it was very exciting for me to come up with this topic.
Okay, so this is Jackson still a thing? Thank you, Mr. Plume. Quarterback Lamar Jackson. I wish he was quarterbacking in Miami.
Damn it.
But that's the genius of games like these. The moment you said it, 2,000 names popped in my head, and only one could exist. You know what I mean? Like,
yes, of course.
It's kind of what it is. So, Scotty, I got to ask you. This is a great segment idea. I absolutely love this. I can't wait. Next up is Jerry, the Canon Junkie, and an alien report here. Are you guys doing Bombad tonight?
Yeah, we're talking about the Mall Shadow Lord.
Oh, you all should tab it and watch Bombad when they go on live.
Very sweet.
What drugs did you do to come up with this game?
I went and got Kamal's Cafe in Gonzales, Louisiana, and it's Greek and Lebanese food. I got the combo plate with the gyro and the chicken, and I got a thing full of fried cheese. And man, I sat there and I was just thinking about just things to ponder on, the things that most men worry about.
And our Roman empires, yes.
Our Roman, yes. And I was stuck in a thought cycle of just names and like cool names, interesting names, and the name Jackson popped up, and I was like, how many records do I own by Michael Jackson? I looked at my what's it called, Discogs, and I have my whole library, and I'm like, oh my god, there's so many Jacksons I own, like in my own collection of music, and I'm like, this is so weird. And it all kind of clicked for me there, and I was like, oh, okay, well maybe this can be the whole idea. So wasn't on drugs, was on Greek and Lebanese food. So that's where
fine.
That's where most men
That's what-
ponder in the Greek bathhouses with Alden Diaz.
Love it. I do like Vermont Mike's former Reds and Royals pitcher, Danny Jackson. Great pitcher in the late 80s.
Have you? I want to ask you, Ken. Have you bought a vinyl record yet? I know. Over the summer you had thought about purchasing records again, listening to your record player, but it seems like
two problems. So I do have a nice little setup. And I have one of those 6-in-1, records, tapes, cassettes, CDs, Blu-ray, Bluetooth, all the stuff. The record player seems to not still be working. So we'll see. I have to double check that. Because I'm having a little bit of a social gathering here at the house tomorrow. And I was going to, it'd be great to, the last record I got was Gaga's Harley Quinn album.
There we go.
And I was like, it's nice, jazzy kind of, I'll put that on, but it's not playing. And then I was going to buy the latest Gaga album, The Disease and all that kind of stuff. I'm just going to say, a little expensive.
It's like $42.
It's a lot of dollars.
And that's not like California prices. That's prices anywhere, which is crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's an expensive thing to get into now. You just have to go used with most of the stuff you want to get. And there's good sites to get records and stuff like that. But at least if you get that record player fixed, I'll send you something. I'll get you.
Yeah, okay. I need to get it fixed. I mean, yeah, it's lower on the totem pole of things that I got to do, but I'm excited. But hey, this was amazing. Look at those Jacksons. We did it.
I love the blathering, y'all. I love Ken. I love producer Steve, and I'm glad to be here. And I'm looking forward to the other segments this evening.
All right. Thank you, Scotty. This was a hit. This is a home run. Let's do it again. There's Scotty. Ingavia says live cam for Patreon. That's not a bad idea. I won't do it for this one, but Steve, that'd be kind of funny if I live streamed a party at my house.
that would see. Well, okay. Everyone need to sign a form. You know what I mean? You have to make sure everybody knows. It would be, it would. I don't know. What you could do, Ken, is here's what you do. You get you set it up as an iPad or set up as a little robot, and it's just it's the blathering chat or whatever. So it's just we're attending, the people are attending the party. People can come up to it and have a little tray, put a drink down, talk to it.
Yeah. Back in the GPA days, we did this for a Shinedown show where Eric was on stage and he set up a live stream on an iPad. And throughout the show, mostly him and Zach would come over and interact with it. It wasn't the best quality, but it was a lot of fun. So maybe for a future party, I'll have a little live stream corner on. That'd be kind of silly, but fun. All right, let's roll along here. Big Pack show tonight. You're watching the Blathering live. I'm resetting the show because that's what hosts and broadcasters do, mother truckers who don't like hosts and broadcasters. We reset the show. Top of the hour, we got Sinful Confessions. Call in, be a channel member, be a Patreon supporter, patreon.com/Napzok. Get in here. Steve and I are going to take your sinful confessions. But right now, he is our paranormal reporter, and I don't even know what he has planned. He is, of course, the other half of the Bombad cast, Jerry the Cannon Junkie. Buddy, how are you, number one?
Yeah. Hey, no, it's doing. Hey, listen, thank you. Flattery will get you everywhere, Ken. I'm doing great, man. It's good to see you, Steve. Always a pleasure.
I thought he wasn't going to say good to see you.
I know.
Well, no, it's
it's
great to be with both of you here on the precipice of the end of everything.
Yeah.
Because, and I don't just mean, listen, there's a lot going on in the world right now.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
There's a lot going on in the world right now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The most important thing that's happening right now is Leviathan is waking up.
Okay, here we go.
So I have, let's see, I have him here. So we got Leviathan here. Guys,
can I hold on? Can I? This graphic,
I put this together, by the way.
Yeah, this is great.
Thank you.
I feel hypnotized, but I feel dizzy. I can barely read the words Leviathan does Virginia Beach, but I think that's intentional. I think what I'm learning is already being erased from my mind.
Listen, we don't want it to get embedded too deep in there because the NSA will come and knock down your door.
Come on, knock on my door.
Listen. So, I think you know that we've had this big winter storm over the entire country.
We're gonna learn more about that polar vortex in science with Dr. Addy.
Ooh, that's a lot of fun. Listen, hey, it's still coming down outside here. It's been snowing here for 2 weeks, and so I am about to go insane. If I wasn't already, but that. What if I told you? What if I told you that was an attempt by our very high-tech and efficient government to try to refreeze Leviathan so that the world serpent does not wake up yet?
Okay, I'm listening. What is Leviathan?
Leviathan is basically, it's a giant serpent that lives in the ocean. It's in the Bible, Ken. It's in the Bible, and it's just been seen off the coast of goddamn Virginia. Look at that.
Yes.
You look at that and tell me that's not the head of a giant snake.
Okay.
Right next to Virginia Beach. I mean, it's
okay.
What's the hot spot in Virginia Beach? Because you might want to buy this thing a drink to
for
Calypso.
For the audio listeners, go to 3635 so you can see the wonderful. This is great work, Jerry. I'm not even joking about that.
Thank you.
This is great work.
Thank you. I have a basement that filled with stuff like this, Ken. So just you wait. Don't give me too many compliments.
So you have on screen the word Leviathan, a red arrow normally used to point out Kathy Kennedy's mistakes on thumbnails. And it's pointing to there is either a tiny little island it's pointing to or this watercock. Which one is the Leviathan?
Leviathan is clearly the giant
that's
anaconda.
the watercock.
Yeah, the watercock. Listen, let's not be childish.
By the way, what
looks like a penis, but it's like it's also that is the sleek and
you're not helping.
Head of a throbbing serpent. That is what that is, Ken. Yeah, that's what that is.
I mean,
by the way, watercock is what Jared calls people he dates from Baltimore. Okay, that's what it is. That's what it's.
Yeah, that's okay. That's fair. That's fair. But look here. I mean, look, it is so close to the to the coast. And so, if we're and here's the thing.
Yeah, it's
moved too. But please continue. Please continue. Here, listen. I got more visual aids here. So
please.
Okay.
Whoa. Whoa.
This is it off the coast of Argentina. I think I speak for us all when I want to know. What are its associations with the Nazis? Okay. Does this Leviathan have
just look at that picture.
Does this?
It's like a sports physicals from the side. Okay.
Does this serpent? Have anything to do with fascism? That's what I want to know. It's in it ran away to Argentina like the leftovers of Nazi Germany. Come on.
Okay.
It's
yeah.
He's onto something, Ken.
He's onto something. So wait. So it moved from off the coast of like Virginia in our country, and then it slid down here, and it's right there. Okay. Then the next slide, and then it went down, and now it's going that away.
Let's not put
heading towards Africa.
We don't want to think about this too hard.
Okay. Well, there's something hard in the photo here. So
the Leviathan's thinking pretty hard about it.
I think it's about at half.
So what is what is the theory of what is Leviathan's purpose?
Well, Ken, there are many traditions that talk about the Leviathan. In the Bible, it talks about the battle between Leviathan and Behemoth and stuff like that. And some biblical scholars will tell you that's just talking about a crocodile and a hippopotamus that was just like a visual aid. But intellectuals will tell you that it is a battle between monsters that will destroy the entire fucking planet.
So John on Patmos was this Revelation 3 or something?
This is probably in one of the apocrypha. So this is the bonus content, the DLC of the Bible, essentially.
You got next. What do you got?
Only the real fans have this. Okay.
Whoa.
Okay.
This is the proof.
Could be real. I don't know.
This is the proof I needed.
Probably real.
So what is the picture on the left?
The picture on the left, clearly the head of a giant serpent. Look at that.
Okay.
Look at that. And its eyes are starting to open.
Yeah.
This thing is about to burst. This thing is about to bust, and it is going to bust all over this entire continent, all the continents. I don't even know if like the size of this thing is colossal. I don't know how many people, if any, will survive.
Okay,
Who knows how much this thing's going to eat when it wakes up? You know how much a snake can eat? Like just a regular size snake?
Yeah.
Come on.
Okay. So the picture on the right is another angle. It's the same photo from before, but it's another angle made to look more like this lizard dial. My question is here. So on this slide, on what would be the left eye of this traveling watercock, is that also what we saw off of Virginia? Is the white light, the eyeball, always in these photos?
Ken, would the entirety of threads.com lie to me about this? Would my coworker
no. Threads
who
would
first
never lie.
told me about this hastily over a coffee break about how this thing is on Google Earth and it's moved?
Okay.
Would he have bad information? Would he lie to me, do you think? That's right. That's what I thought. Okay. Next slide. Turns out this thing's name is Levi. So it's Levi, the world's dragon.
Okay.
Is waking up and has moved. Okay. Yup, it moved. See right there. Now,
where's
and
it
you
going?
can probably find this on TikTok. I think it's stuck in Argentina, honestly. It looks like it's stuck in Argentina.
It's a good travel
In
spot.
Argentina. And I mean, I don't know. It's definitely been over by Virginia. They're trying to freeze this thing so that it doesn't destroy.
Hold on. You say they're trying to freeze this thing. Who is they and how?
Clearly the Illuminati. Probably World Health Organization. I believe also whoever's got like any kind of space lasers. I think is definitely going to be trying to stop this thing.
Dangerous.
Because it's in the way of their plans. Like they want to dominate the world. They don't want it's one of those things like when the Avengers have to work with like Loki or something,
I got you.
to defeat like Thanos. It's kind of like that. So this thing is stand for, if I can dumb it down for the audience.
I mean, you can't go any further. Yeah.
No.
Okay.
We're scraping the bottom.
What's next? Where's it going now?
Okay. Well, no. So here we go. We got here's a collection of the evidence right here. You see, there's a lot of stuff. So it's the Leviathan awakening. You got some of the pictures I've already shown. They're trying to feed it a goat like in Jurassic Park too.
This poor goat. Hold on. What is this photo of a goat off the side of a merchant ship just hanging? This poor goat.
Yeah.
Did anything take it?
Ken, it's called fishing, and a lot of real men do it. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't. I tried once. I caught a fish. I was so happy that my grandpa said, "Now you take this knife and gut it." And I cried for 3 days, and I never fished again. True story.
I went fishing with my grandpa a lot of times, got a hook in the ear, and I just decided, I'm good now,
Okay.
I'm good. I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so the goat is there.
This is to feed it's a
Now, I noticed, Jared, I noticed that in the top right photo of your collage here, this is a great collage. I love that the Illuminati eye is shining through. I love that this guy's got like infrared. He's got the
So that's how you know it's an
camera on it.
actual snake.
Okay.
Right. Like an actual watercock. Yeah, look at that. So Leviathan and Behemoth. Yeah, this guy thinks that it's both of them, which I think he,
there could be two. Steve, it could be two. It could be two.
There could be two. Listen, the Bible says there's two, and I mean, when has that ever been wrong? But listen, only thing is I don't trust anyone with a broccoli haircut. So I don't know. I don't know if this kid's telling the truth or not. But he hasn't.
Okay,
look up his content.
You got any more? You got any more here?
This is maybe the most damning. Okay.
Okay. We need to wrap in about 2 minutes, Jerry. We need to wrap about 2 minutes because you got the Bombad cast.
I have an exclusive photo.
Okay.
Off the coast of Virginia Beach, of Behemoth raising its head over a fishing boat. We're gonna go ahead real quick with this, and I just want to get y'all. I want to let y'all drink it in. Okay. There we go.
There it is. There it is.
It's so as you can see. Don't look too clear. It's a little.
No,
it's a little too. And I know this kind of can look fake.
No, it's got texture.
But
it's better than AI.
So what you see here? I don't know if you can see. There's a serpentine form rising up behind this fishing boat that clearly has its lights on.
Oh yeah, they're having a party inside.
The crew has evacuated to below decks, which is why you don't see anyone on it. Okay. Yeah. Anyway.
All right. So that's the proof we need right there. When did you take that photo? Were you on another ship to get that angle?
This was sent to me by I have a guy in the Coast Guard. And that's
gotta have a guy.
Don't pay attention. The water just kind of does that little square pattern, by the way, sometimes.
Love it. Okay.
Okay.
Steve,
any questions?
Yeah. Steve, any questions and final word on this?
Quick question.
Yeah.
Should I pack up the family and go now? Like living in Virginia, like how worried do I have to be about proximity here?
Okay. How close are you? I think it's gonna be in Argentina for a minute, but
okay.
How close are you to Virginia Beach?
Not far. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
Like couple hours the most.
Well, listen. Just enjoy what you got, buddy.
No, take away, can Steve.
Hey, take away you can. It's been nice knowing you.
Yeah, Jerry.
Hopefully, yeah. Hopefully you don't.
You're the official paranormal reporter here at the Blathering, and I appreciate your work here. You've done some really great work here tonight.
Well, I appreciate it. Listen, Godspeed to you all, especially you, Steve. And yeah, we can't take this lion down. We can't take this lion down.
No, we got to fight back.
Out there.
Got to fight back.
We're going to fight back. No more watercocks.
No more watercocks. Jerry?
He didn't. Ken, he didn't mention how to fight back. I don't know. How are we supposed to fight back?
Next time. That's next time.
Is there going to be a next time? I don't know. He told me to enjoy what.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Look at that. And look, Spanky's right. Spanky's here. Look, tuned in for the Belichick Hall of Fame stuff. Now I'm looking at Leviathans. Can't stop watching. I mean, Belichick probably thinks the same thing. We did talk about it at the top of the show. So if you missed it, Spanky, go back and check it out. We did have a conversation about that. I don't want you to show up and feel you've been lied to. Okay. All right. From one sort of science to the science. Steve, are you ready for this? And Dr. Addy's camera ready this time. Dr. Addy, any thoughts on the Leviathan or the Behemoth and the validity of Jerry's findings?
With all respect to Jerry,
yeah,
people like him make my job very hard.
Is it because it's just so true that people can't turn away from Jerry's work? Is that it? Is it so compelling?
No comment.
Okay. All right.
No.
All right. Well, that's why we have Dr. Addy, Steve, to talk about science. And Addy, what are we talking about today? Because you've got some great stuff prepared.
I do. Welcome to science, real science, not TikTok conspiracies, with the professor of smart things.
There we go. There we go. Science. Okay. We need. Oh, Steve, we need to get the science theme song, huh? We gotta.
Oh, we do need a science theme. Damn it. Okay. All right, I'm on it.
That's casually talk.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
All right. Hit me, Addy.
Ken, I know you grew up in Southern California, so this question is not for you. This question is for Steve. What? For someone who actually experienced winter as a child. Steve, do you remember the polar vortex being a thing?
No, I don't remember the word polar being used this much until the Polar Express came out. I remember the Polar Express being used before polar vortex, and that was after I was in high school and everything. The polar vortex was not a thing in my childhood at all. But since high school / college, we've had multiple polar vortex events, and it makes places around where I live freak out because 2 inches of snow is like Armageddon around here.
Right. So I also don't remember this from being a child who lived not in Southern California where winter doesn't exist. And so I found myself asking the question this week while I was freezing and playing in the snow in Times Square. Are we experiencing more polar vortex episodes, or is this one of those things where like I just didn't notice as a kid because it just was cold and I didn't watch the news?
I like this question. I like this because, I didn't hear it out here.
Right.
I didn't hear it out here.
Right.
But, by the way, it was 54 degrees this morning. I'll have both of you know.
It was colder in Tampa than it was in Juneau, Alaska earlier this week.
Yeah, that's not good.
Anyway, what is the polar vortex?
What is it?
Cold.
Picture.
Love this. Cold
So,
and detained.
what do you think the polar vortex is, guys?
I think it's cold, but I think it is. I'm just looking at this picture here. I think it is when cold weather gets swirled up with such ferocity that it takes on a new form. And I mean that scientifically, not with whatever Jerry was saying.
Okay. So the polar vortex is a thing that exists all the time.
All the time.
From the National Weather Service. It is a large area of low pressure and cold air that surrounds both of the Earth's poles. So there's one at the North Pole and there's one at the South Pole.
Okay. I do know those.
Okay. And the word vortex simply refers to the fact that it spins in a counterclockwise motion.
Okay. All right. Steve, did you know that?
Yes. I knew vortex is circular. Yeah, can you do that? Yeah. That's
all right.
counterclockwise.
All right, Carrie Elwes from Twister. Got it.
Okay.
Right.
So Ken's not entirely wrong. From NOAA, the strong winds
Noah.
enclose a very large pool of extremely cold air.
Strong winds. Okay.
We have a stable polar vortex, like what is shown on the screen. We just have strong winds spinning around, containing a bunch of cold air.
Love it.
Okay.
Well, I don't love it, but
Spinning
the
cold air.
stronger the winds, the more the air gets isolated, and the colder it gets.
Ooh. Ominous. Ooh.
Okay.
Okay.
So wait, hold. Laserbolt has a question. Is this Canada's fault?
No.
Oh, damn it. I was going to say the
So-
tariff's about to go up.
Yep.
We've talked about what the polar vortex is. What do you think the polar vortex isn't?
Abnormal. I think it's been here.
Okay. Steve?
I don't
You're
think it
wrong.
has anything to do with the North Pole or Santa Claus.
All right.
So Ken's
All
not wrong. It's not something new.
You hear that, Steve?
Are we
It's
funding
always-
NOAA enough to actually know this stuff? Like, are we sure we're not just pulling this out of their ass at this point?
This is taken from old NOAA sites from the last
okay. The
administration.
good stuff. Okay, fair.
Okay.
Continue.
Okay.
The archived ones. It's not confined to the US. It also can affect Europe and Asia.
Weather knows no bounds.
And it's not the jet stream.
Sounds illegal to me.
The jet stream is 5 to 9 miles above the Earth's surface. The polar vortex is 10 to 30 miles above the Earth's surface.
So okay, so the jet stream's always there. The polar vortex layers. This is like layers. I see your graphic is excellent. I see layers. Okay.
Yes.
That makes sense. Okay, I'm learning something, Steve.
Yes.
Okay.
So I've introduced a new term. So now we must ask ourselves, what is the polar jet stream?
A cold jet stream.
The polar jet stream marks the boundary separating the warm mid-latitude air from the cold polar air.
That sounds like I'm right.
The jet stream is the thing you think about when you think about like the jet stream.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
That's what makes it faster to fly from west to east than east to west.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Correct.
See?
Correct.
I know things.
Correct. But the jet stream plays a huge role in our winter weather. Because what has been happening is when layers of the atmosphere get disturbed, the vortex slows down, it wobbles, and it becomes disrupted.
By what? Oh, by warm air?
Yes. And then the jet stream is wavy. So the jet stream is what contains the vortex at the pole. When it wobbles, the jet stream gets wavy and it dips into the mid latitudes, which is what we've been experiencing for the last like week and a half.
Is this related to the Gulf Stream? Ask Ingvia.
I don't know where the Gulf Stream is in this scenario. The Gulf Stream is another.
All right.
Yeah.
We're just asking questions. You don't have to have all the answers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So the big question is this something that's now happening more frequently, and why?
Okay. The why is important, Steve.
What do you think? Do you think it's happening more frequently, and why do you think it might be?
I think yes. And why? I don't know.
I'm gonna bet the other side of the coin and say it's happening just as much as it used to. We are just theoretically smarter than we used to be and have more information and can say, oh, that's explaining all that stuff that's happening. It's the polar vortex.
You're taking this point spread. Look at you. Okay.
Yeah. I'm a gambling man, Ken.
Mm-hmm.
So my natural question was, is this climate change?
Right.
Hippie.
Thanks. And it could be. It could be, according to a professor from MIT who has written several papers that have appeared in prominent academic journals.
I said that more cynically. Sorry, I cut you. I said that more cynically than I meant. Like, oh, it could be, but no, it could be. Okay.
She's currently disputed by a professor of meteorology from the University of Oklahoma.
Okay.
So the reason that it could be is because the Arctic is warming 4 times faster than the rest of the world. And it's leading to a massive loss of sea ice, which leads to a lot more heat being fed into the atmosphere, which creates those atmospheric disturbances that causes the wavy jet stream. So it is happening more frequently, and there is a reason why.
I win.
Yeah,
I win. It is climate change destroying us. No, maybe. Okay. All right.
But this is a very important example of why we should use the term climate change and not global warming, because everybody's saying that it's -7 outside and therefore global warming isn't happening.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I've been on Facebook today. Will this cause a new ice age? Asked Vermont Mike. Great question.
No, because it's not going to stay cold long enough.
Ah, okay. Surf's up, Vermont Mike.
This is not the day after tomorrow.
Yet.
Okay. All right.
Is there any good news?
That's the end?
That's the end. I'm sorry. That was really anticlimactic.
Oh, okay.
we got to work on dismounts. Yeah.
Okay.
No, is wrong. We're done.
We're done. Ding, 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 ding. Wonderful. First of all, great presentation. Love everything going on there. So what are we to learn from this, Addie?
I think we can learn a couple of things. I think we can learn what exactly is happening and why it is so dang cold everywhere but where Ken and Brady live. Talking about
80 degrees today.
Yeah, it's going to be -7 tomorrow. I don't want to hear about it.
It was tough.
And
I went and had afternoon coffee, and it was a little hot in my hoodie.
I think it's important to realize that this is part of a natural phenomenon of the Earth. It is a natural phenomenon of the Earth that has always existed, but like most things that we are experiencing at new and unprecedented levels, the Earth has a lot of natural cycles that when we screw them up, bad things happen.
Right.
We did it to the ozone layer. We've done it to CO2 levels.
Well, we didn't fix, but
we've done it to the jet stream. Like,
right.
The Earth has a natural balance that we are perturbing.
Yes, it is us. It is us who are the problem. The Earth is probably trying so hard to get rid of us, Steve, so it can go back to like, all right, everyone's left the house. I'm putting my sweatpants on and just going to enjoy life. That's what
Earth is waiting for us all to go to college.
I have said for years that it is not a matter of whether or not the Earth will survive. The Earth will be fine. It's us we have to worry about.
The Earth wins. Well, there you go. I think this is great. I think we learned a lot of things. I think you out there in the audience, when you get asked about the polar vortex, you got a little more information here and some great graphics. We'll post those. Are you going to post those graphics in the Discord science community, Addie?
We absolutely can. They are all from Noah.
I think that's great. Remember, folks, if you get into patreon.com/Napzok and get into the Discord. We have an entire science community. You can ask Dr. Addie a question, and she'll endeavor to answer it on the show, like we had the great one last week that Kingsport Cal had asked. This is great work. I love this. Steve, final thoughts?
I want to ask the question that everybody in the chat is asking: is this at all related to the Leviathan, and could this be a sign of it waking up or impacting how it's moving?
It's a fair question, Dr. Addie. You gotta get. It's a fair question.
I'm just trying to connect dots.
It's a fair question. Yeah, it's a fair question. Jerry's on to something.
Doing my job. Yeah.
Jerry's on to
something. Maybe we need you guys to talk to Jerry. So maybe we need to get you guys to connect so that there might be research to share here. Yeah.
I think we need to have
this is turning into like a disaster movie. Yeah.
An Addie and Jerry
Addie's
segment.
the doctor. Yeah. She's the scientist.
Yeah.
Jerry's like the guy with the information. Yeah, we got it. I'll be the driver.
Jerry's like every Charlie Day character in a
right, exactly.
post-apocalypse movie. Yeah.
Patty will just be making Jim face camera the whole time.
The whole time. Beautiful stuff. All right. Thank you, Dr. Addie, for science. But you're going to stick around in a bit. We're going to bring back on. You've got a sinful confession, yes?
I do. I have a sinful confession.
Oh, it's going to be good. We're almost there. Thank you, Dr. Addie. She'll be right back here. We're going to take your sinful confessions now. If you are, I got Eli, I got Jared's here for GOT, but Jared, if you got a sin to confess too, like rooting for the Patriots, he says no. He's committed no sin this week. Eli, if you got a sin to confess, put it in private chat that you do. Otherwise, I'll take your call before we start the segment on whatever you're calling in about tonight. Steve, this is a super packed show here. I'm really excited. Oh, we forgot. Vermont Mike had a great question. Does the polar vortex spin the opposite way in Australia? All right. It seems like that
well, that's a great question for Dr. Is there a southern polar vortex, or is there only one on top?
That's
because I would assume it's the same thing on the bottom, right? No, Addie said no, it's only on top. Or no, there's on both. Oh, there's one on both. So there is a southern polar vortex. So we'd have to ask the penguins about if they've had how it's going for them, and I guess people who live in southern Argentina kind of see how what's been going on for them.
What's going on? All right, Eli does not have a sin to confess. He says it's about the game I told Steve about. Awesome. I love inside jokes.
Yeah,
let's do this. All right, Eli, you're on the show tonight. Well, thanks for calling into the Blathering Live. What you got? Eli, you're muted, buddy.
Yeah, I realized I'm muted. Hey guys, I had this idea a while ago. I muted again accidentally. Okay, I had this idea a while ago for a game, and then Steve somehow mind melded with me and did the game with news. But I had a slightly different version of it.
So you're accusing Steve. Hold on. You're accusing Steve of plagiarism?
No, Steve had the same idea that I did at the same time. That's not plagiarism. That's just two people having a good idea at the same time.
Okay, you're clear, Steve.
Yeah. So here is the comic book media headlines game. My primary fandom is Star Wars, and my secondary fandom is Marvel. So I have here 5 headlines that I wrote with a tiebreaker if we need it. About
we're doing a game. We're doing a game. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Eli. I'll let you do it. Bold. You didn't even ask for permission. You're apologizing later. All right. Let's do it. 5 stories.
I asked Steve about this, and he told me that I should just call in one day and try it. So
Steve has no power here.
I have.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So I have 5 comic book media related headlines. And all you got to do, true or false, it's you against Steve.
Okay.
Oh, true or false? That makes it so much easier.
Okay.
True or false? Yeah. First one. And they're all about comic book media that's releasing this year.
Okay.
First one. It's called "So Put Your Little Hand in Mine."
Okay.
Ooh.
Marvel Studios and Sony's Spider-Man Brand New Day releases at the end of July. One popular fan theory, substantiated in part by leaks, says that Dr. Bruce Banner, fascinated by the idea that a spider bit Peter Parker, would try to replicate the spider and end up accidentally sending it back through time, creating somewhat of a bootstrap paradox behind the creation of the man who does whatever a spider can.
I'm gonna say true. You can say true.
I'm gonna say true as well. I was going true, but yeah, okay. I just want to beat you. We gotta go. I gotta find places to beat you. I'm a gambler.
Eli,
go ahead.
That is false. Why would they do this? When last year's animated series, Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, did the exact same thing with Norman Osborn and Doctor Strange.
Can you fool?
That's a good question.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Number 2.
Number 2 is called E is for Extinction. The 5th season of The Boys premieres in April, following the ending of the 4th season, where the new president of the United States declares martial law and orders the National Guard to eliminate every superhero dubbed soups in the universe of The Boys, while also posting bounties for ordinary citizens to turn in their friends and neighbors who are soups.
Okay. I don't watch The Boys. Steve, do you watch The Boys?
I do.
Okay.
I think that's true. I mean, I'm not gonna pretend to know anything about it because I watch everything. I've seen it like one time every episode, so I don't really know anything. But I think that sounds right.
It seems spot on, which is suspicious to me, but I'm going to say true.
Both true? Are you saying?
Yes.
Yep.
That is false. Although the president does declare martial law, he only orders the capture of and elimination of America's enemies, with Homelander and his official soups assisting in the arrests and murders.
Yeah, well, duh.
What do I know?
What do I know?
What do I know?
Okay, all right.
Number 3,
Number
Days
3.
of Past. The 2nd season of the acclaimed animated series X-Men 97 releases in the summer. It follows the climactic ending of the 1st season, which scattered the X-Men across space and time, with Cyclops and Jean Grey ending up in the distant future with versions of their future children, and the rest of the X-Men ending up in ancient Egypt with a younger version of the infamous X-Men villain Apocalypse.
False. I have no idea. There's a lot of names I've never heard. You're going true? You're going true? I'm going false.
I'm going, yeah.
First point is given to producer Steve. That is true.
Oh, okay. He's a big X-Men fan. That's producer Steve.
In addition, a mid-credit scene reveals the status of the present day of the show, with late 90s Apocalypse returning and planning to revive the deceased Gambit as one of his fabled horses.
I do know the word. I know the character Gambit. All right, number 4. Steve's up 1-0. I gotta dig in here.
Loboa is what it's called.
What is it called?
Jason Loboa.
Okay.
In June, DC Studios will release the 2nd film of the DCU, Supergirl, starring Millie Alcock as the titular character. Jason Momoa will be playing the film's primary villain, an intergalactic bounty hunter named Lobo, who seeks to destroy Kara Zor-El as retribution for Krypton's war crimes against his home planet. Lobo would chase Zor-El across the galaxy as she teams up with a young alien girl named Ruthia Maria Knoll, who knows the secret to defeating Lobo once and for all.
Sheriff Lobo. I mean, I know this movie's real. Stars the wonderful Millie Alcock. My favorite part of the. Well, I love the Superman movie, but I enjoyed her spot at the end. I'm going to say true, Steve.
I'm going to say true as well, Ken, just because I think I saw something that Jason Momoa posted of him looking all like crazy makeup and stuff. But the only reason why I thought maybe false and maybe he's tricking us with like a different actor is because wasn't Jason Momoa just Aquaman in DC? I know it's a different version.
It doesn't count anymore, Steve.
Right.
Okay,
I don't know.
Okay, get with it, Steve.
I don't know.
Okay.
So, but I'll
Eli?
go. Yeah.
Two truths.
That is false. Although Momoa is playing Lobo in the film, the character is not the film's primary villain. The primary villain is actually Matthias Schoenaerts, Krem of the Yellow Hills, who murdered Ruthia Maria Knoll's father, setting her on a path of revenge against him that collides with Supergirl.
He's tricking us. And if this was in the Schmodown world, the meetings that would be called by the competitor, you guys don't understand the goddamn drama behind that game for rules meetings and all this. Eli's sneaky. Eli, you're doing good.
Thrown at walls.
I do.
Yeah.
I do write questions.
You ain't lying. All right, number 5. So I'm down 1-0. I got a tie, and hopefully Steve loses. Number
5, Doom's the Word. This year in comic book media ends with the climactic film Avengers Doomsday, which will be followed in the next year by Avengers Secret Wars, based on the 2 comic arcs by Jim Shooter and Jonathan Hickman. An inflection point in Hickman's series was Doctor Doom's creation of Battleworld, using the powers of Molecule Man to patch together fragments of multiple realities to create one where he ruled as the God Emperor, until stopped by many heroes led by Reed Richards.
Okay. It sounds right, but I'm going to go on a limb here and say false, that he's tricked us again.
I that sounds like everything that's right that I've heard about these two movies and how they're going to do Doctor Doom. And I've heard I don't really know anything about it, but I've heard Battle World mentioned. So I'm going to go true so that I get that second point and absolutely bury you
and crush me.
Yeah.
That's what you would do. That's what you would do. All right,
Absolutely.
we got that. Eli, what do we got?
And Steve gets that second point.
Peace
True.
and love.
In fact, don't be
Peace
too
and
surprised
love.
if Battle World shows up in these Avengers films, especially in Secret Wars.
He will return in Doomsday. Eli, thank you for the work on this. I love this. And I wish I knew more about Marvel and DC. But Steve won, fair and square.
Eat it, Ken.
Congratulations, Steve. Yeah, no, thanks for having me on to try this out.
Awesome. Thanks, Eli. Appreciate you, buddy. Eli, call it in. You can call in too by becoming a channel member. I don't know why I said it like that. Or becoming a YouTube member here. Jared, the TIE pilot, who's going to be on the show, gave out five memberships, and then also threatened everyone. Said, call in, you sillies. And James Holmes, checking in earlier from the UK, gifted 5 memberships as well. All right. We are going to take some sinful confession, Steve. Let us go ahead. All right, you can switch into your thing. I gotta switch into my thing. Oh, I shut up my own camera there. Nope, that's not what we're doing. There we go. All right. Yes, this is the Thursday edition of Sinful Confessions. This is where Steve and I take your simple sins and your confession and see if you're absolved of those sins. Little social faux pas, little things you did that no one knows. Did you steal something from a gas station convenience store this week? Did you put some pile of dog shit in front of your neighbor's yard because you hate them? What did you do is what we got going here today, Steve.
Yes, and we're here to absolve you of your sins morally. This just be clear, Ken and I do not provide legal advice. If you committed a crime and admit it here, I will testify against any of you in a heartbeat, like without question. So don't do anything too dumb. We're here to absolve your souls, not your crimes.
Love that. All right, so sins can come in through phone calls. We love those, and Dr. Addie's going to be brought back on to confess her sins here. But also, sins can be confessed here in chat. We have those as well. But let's go ahead and take Addie back into the show here. Dr. Addie just taught us about polar vortexes. Addie, welcome back. Please confess your sin.
Thank you. I feel like I need one of those like veil things. So earlier this week on Tuesday, I got back very late Monday night from New York City.
Yeah.
My train was delayed 2.5 hours. And then went very slowly. And the roads here were a nightmare. My life flashed before my eyes in my Uber several times. Oof. And when I got to my apartment complex, the parking lot was just a complete and total mess. And so I decided going to bed that I was going to tell my boss in the morning that the parking lot had not been plowed and I wasn't coming in for the meeting I needed to go to, that I needed a Zoom link for the meeting.
For the meeting, okay.
When I woke up Tuesday morning, the parking lot had been cleared. Okay. I still told my boss that they were digging us out and that I needed a Zoom link for the meeting.
This is corporate sins here. On-the-job sins here. Steve, I'm hearing what she's saying. She got home late. Travel troubles. That can be exhausting. She's very dedicated to her job. No one can doubt that. But there was a reality that was reversed, but she held on to the reality because that's all the other people needed to know. Steve, where do you take this?
I love this question, Addie, because this is the exact kind of thing that I also would rack my brain around. But here's the best part. You thought ahead and you got that pre-clearance. It's kind of like if you really, really feel sick the night before and you're like, man, there's no way I'm going to wake up and feel better. Let me just like text my boss or like send an email to my boss saying, hey, it's like 8 o'clock at night the night before. I feel like I'm probably going to take PTO. I'm like, oh yeah, no, it's all good. You get it cleared the night before. Then you wake up the next morning and you're like, I kind of feel okay, but did also kind of get everything clear. So you know what? Maybe I'll just take the day and rest and just really make sure I'm okay, kind of thing. That's the way I see this, Addy. You know what I mean? Safety first. Just because the driveway was plowed, how do you know the road right down the street wasn't also plowed as well? It could have been a million other ways. There could be there's a million different butterfly effects of that. You know, you considered your safety first. You shouldn't feel bad about that. You got the got the permission ahead of time.
Yeah,
I love this little bit of guilt. This is the exact kind of question we're looking for.
Perfect. This is exactly what the sins are about. Like Steve said, the other thing is, she made the meeting. Addy, you made the meeting, right? Virtually?
Right.
Oh, I did. I was a full participant.
And was there anything lacking about being virtual versus in person? Like, you know what I mean? Like, did anyone have to pick up your Slack or anything like that? Like, it wasn't anything like that?
No comments. No comments were even made about me being virtual when everyone else was in the room. I think maybe because I'm technically on sabbatical this semester, so I shouldn't even be going to these meetings, but I am anyway.
Very religious term too. Question. How abnormal is it for people to appear in these meetings via Zoom?
This was only the second meeting we had.
Okay.
It's a new committee.
So even better, Steve. Addy is setting a new template for how future meetings can be held. Right. It's going to be okay to do it virtually.
Yep. Yeah, you've set a new precedent that you can, regardless of situation, you can still make it happen. You have like 8 built-in excuses, Addy. I think you're good.
I
think we
agree with Steve.
This, Ken.
I'm going to go ahead and find no sin here, Addy. You're absolved of your sins.
Thank you very much. I didn't want to give this away. My boss even wound up telling me it was okay that I was on Zoom because parking sucked at work.
So there you go. You were truly absolved.
I still felt bad telling him that they were plowing my parking lot when there was no snow left in my parking lot.
That's because you were, you're a good person.
I was raised a good Catholic.
There you go. Yeah. There you go. Well, then you know this well. Addy, you're absolved of your sins. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, boys.
All right. We got one here that I'm going to take via chat. If you want to call in before the organist goes home, you can call in right now and confess your sin. We're going to do this every Thursday night here. Do you have a little bit of a social sin that you think you committed? Something you did at a party? Something you said? This is your time to find out if you truly sin. Mr. LDS Speeds, who shows up and hangs out over in Culture, Faith, and Politics with Pat Conkey, the show I produce Tuesday nights. Always good to see you over there. Sinful confession. I am heavily lactose intolerant, and sometimes I have ice cream at the expense of others. Steve, this is sometimes what you got to do, but what you got to do if it involves other people. This could be a sin. I want to hear what you have to say.
Is it a sin if it's being done maliciously, like on purpose? If you're doing it because you want to piss the other person off, then okay, I think we're in sin territory. If you are just someone who has a passion for chocolate milk and ice cream, and you don't care that your body doesn't agree with you, and lactate tastes really bad and smells really bad because it does, then I understand what you're going for. I'm one of those people that's like I probably am lactose intolerant at this point based on what milk and ice cream does to my body for how much I drink it. But it's blissful ignorance. I haven't gotten it checked out or confirmed by the doctor, so I can tell myself I'm okay still.
Okay. Yeah, I feel it. Yeah. If you turn your radio down and you hear what's wrong with your car, then you have to deal with it. If you keep the songs playing, you don't have to deal with it. I was on the fence here because you said, it wasn't malicious, but you know what you're doing. And when you really know what you're doing in that way and you know it could affect others, maybe it's a sin, but I'm going to say because it's ice cream, Mr. Elias Speeds is absolved of their sins.
I agree. I think we're at the end of the day, I'm not going to limit someone of their joy or tell them they can't enjoy their ice cream. You live your life. Love is love.
There you go. Well, and on that note, we have taken all of our sinful confessions. We have absolved 2 people of their sins, and I absolutely love doing this. And we're going to do that some more. And again, right now, I'm going to give Steve a few minutes off. Oh, Ooh, there he goes. And we're going to go ahead and bring in our buddy Jared, the TIE Pilot, and we're going to catch up with some Game of Thrones, our final episode of Season 7. And we are going to have fun doing it. Hey, Jared, how are you doing?
Not too bad. Oh, shit.
Whoa.
Not too bad, Ken. How you doing?
I'm okay. I'm worried about you there. I'm good. I'm good. Finished Season 7. Had a lot of fun here. We're having a lot of fun over on Casterly Talk. A lot of people jumping on board to discuss The Night of Seven Kingdoms with us. At least watch our discussion. So this is a good time to talk a little Game of Thrones there. Let's get right to it because it's a big full show tonight. And I got to feed my dog soon enough. One of these moments. There we go. As he does and likes to do, Jared calls in with a question about Game of Thrones. It's essentially our Game of Thrones rewatch, a continuation of a series I started years ago here on Casterly Talk, or if you're watching live on the Blathering, hello. If you're on Casterly Talk, go check out the Blathering and vice versa. Jared, we are finishing Season 7 tonight.
Yes, we are. We've got Season 7, Episode 7, The Dragon and the Wolf, written by D&D, directed by Jeremy Paswana once again. And oof, it's a good season ender right here. It's a good one.
It is good. So this is yes, we're gonna get to the very, very end because I don't even know if I have things to say about the reaction to it and how the prediction game and pop culture discussions and why shows that only deal in predictions and what do you think's going to happen set a lot of things up, a lot of shows and movies. They set them up for failure, I think. But this is a big episode, a lot going on. Some I love, some I don't, but all of it fun. Where are we going?
I want to go right to the big meeting of the cast, right in the middle of the Dragon Pit. Just everything about that is just pure Game of Thrones. Great cinematography, the tension that just fills the room. The Mountain and the Hound eyeing each other down. Dany's epic entrance. What's his name? The Greyjoy being a prick.
Euron.
Euron. As Euron does. And just the big kick over of the chest. And out he pops. But no, this was great. I love some of the little things I love most about it are the Hound and Mountain eyeing each other down, setting up the Game Bowl, as it was known to be called. And when Dany arrives, the fact that Cersei is the only one who does not stand up to watch the Dragonland, just stays strong. I love that for her. That's a great character moment.
Yeah, I love this meeting so much. As I said on last week's episode and last time out, that it's kind of an all-star game, and I mean that in the old sense of the baseball word more than any other word. Where part of the thrill and fun of watching the all-star game, especially before interleague play, that to get into a little sports discussion, was you got to see players from other leagues that were never on the field together. So it was always just fun. They all kind of represented their teams in their own uniforms. That's changed and sometimes goes back and forth over the years. Not a sports talk conversation, but I loved it. I grew up loving it. And 7 seasons into this show, because we're at the end of season 7, we've started to get a lot of crossovers. The fact that we had Dany and Jon together all through the season, and boy, they are together in this episode. It was fun and all that stuff. But I love the meeting. I do think it's over the top. And I don't mean that in a bad way, but it is over the top, including Dany having a pro wrestling like entrance, showing up late. I don't show up to parties late, but if I do, I'm going to show up like this. But I do leave early, like Euron, him kind of, and the whole Euron thing, and him being who he is, but I love even, you got Bronn and Podrick and Tyrion. You've got Brienne of Tarth and the Hound. Having the conversation of Arya, and there's a little bit of a vibe. We know the show's coming to an end, and I personally, again, though I think this is over the top and in a kind of like all roads lead to here kind of way, I think I enjoy as a fan, as the years we had invested into this show, and so much of our life, and all the Funko Pops we bought, and all the toys, and all the conversations, all the podcasts, and all the debates, just to have all these people together was heartwarming, and it was fun. And then we all have the adversaries kind of meeting, Tyrion in front of Cersei, Jaime, Brienne having the conversation. I love Anton Lesser as Qyburn. Of course, is just
he's
wonderful.
The best.
Partagaz himself from Andor, but just him picking up the arm of the white there. Everything about it. Yeah.
That is another brilliant character moment in that. As soon as he cuts the arm off, motherfucker's just standing up going, nope, that's mine. That's going in a beat.
Yeah, and Yeah, and I want to say I fell for and I mean this like as just a fan locked in the store. I fell for Cersei in this moment. Like, oh, I didn't think she, I never trust her, but I'm like, all right, this is someone who kind of could get it. She's smart enough to get it. Euron, I didn't buy it, but also like I could possibly, he's kind of a bully. Maybe he runs away, but I just think that's part of the overtop nature. Euron is completely over the top all the time. But
And
did you have a reaction?
Oh, go ahead.
No, yeah. Imagine if we got all the brothers actually Victorian.
No, I was just gonna say just book accurate Euron with how. Oh God,
yeah,
that would have been scary.
Yeah, they took it a little different way, and like again, it's over the top. He's a mustache twirling villain at this point here. But I like the scene. I like them all together, and I like how it ends. The whole kind of sequence comes to a close with Tyrion and his sister straight away. And just seeing there, even that's kind of a memory walk for me. Going back to like season 2 where they were more aligned before the big split. I just kind of like it in terms of in-show nostalgia, if that makes sense. And that doesn't necessarily make it the best episode or the best scene or the best sequence, but I just, as a longtime fan, loved it then and I loved it now.
I agree with you on the sense that it's over the top, but that's what makes the scene for me. Nothing else would have satisfied except this ridiculous WrestleMania style, just cutting promos left and right with everybody. And I teased it last week, but it also, every time this scene happens, I can't help but laugh my ass off for a second because of the behind the scenes drama.
Yes.
Between Bronn and Cersei, as if people aren't already aware. They were together before Game of Thrones, and needless to say, they hate the hell out of each other and refuse to be on set together. So when Bronn grabs Podrick, let's let the folks talk. I'm like, yeah, we know why.
I'm with you. I remember that moment and laughed then, and I laugh now. I mean, I laugh at whatever bad things are going on between them in the relationship. But Jerome Flynn, Lena Headey, but this comes up earlier in the in the seasons, like season 6. There's a lot of stuff where like there's clearly a stand-in actor when Bronn's bringing people over to the Queen. Like, it's and late in season 8 they're gonna have a conversation again too. So fascinating that never changed. They were never on set together the entire time unless there was some big scene or moment that I missed. But I love a little thing, and that's part of it too. It's just that this show has been going on for so long. These actors are rock stars. I can tell you all the times I've been at Comic-Cons and Comic-Con parties where they were the toast of the parties, and so it's all we all were pulled in by everything.
The one and only New York Comic-Con I ever got to was 2015, and they did a big Game of Thrones thing in MSG, and it was, you're right, they were rock stars back then.
They were rock stars. I've told the story before, but I one year was at my hotel was the same one as most of the Game of Thrones crew. Sophie Turner was there. Maisie Williams was staying at the hotel. Davos, Liam Cunningham, Alfie Allen. Alfie and Liam would every morning be out having a cigarette. And then Conleth Hill, Varys would just sit in the front lobby. No one would talk to him, but he would watch all the people lining up. And the lines, it was like paparazzi. They were waiting for Maisie and Sophie. It was. I'm sure. It was a crazy. They were absolute rock stars. And this is, and that's kind of what we're carrying into the show. Now, I do want to talk a little bit about here in the time we have that we have the stuff with Arya and Sansa and the end of Baelish. I stand by this being the end of Baelish for the show. It's a character I loved, and I do understand and take the criticisms that some of my friends have had at the time who were big Baelish fans. It all seemed a little too contrived. This is why season 7 is one of my least favorite seasons, even though I love them all. And this was part of it, where like you and I talked last week. Some of it was so meta. Are we doing this for the cameras that aren't really there? Are we doing this? How far the characters are going? Even as they play out the scene, when they're about to hold Baelish to trial, so to speak, and the whole kind of again, this episode is over the top, and this one didn't work as less. And also, you got Bran unveiling the truth, and that is a dangerous thing. You have this character that can see everything at any point in time, and you can only use that sparingly. And they used it, I think, fine here. It was effective for me. But I can't help but thinking, could you just tell us everything? Could you just lay it all out there? But anyways, your thoughts on this storyline?
The brand thing, yeah, I completely agree. It's like, it's just like, you do know everything. Stop being a cryptic asshole. But I love my brand. He's my baby boy. But yeah, like I said last week, the Sansa Arya / Baelish thing, I really feel could have been, again, I hate the word simplify it, but one extra scene of Arya and Sansa talking about, hey, why are we fighting? Oh, Baelish is a prick. Baelish did all this stuff. Let's make sure and they could have even added Bran to that. You know, it's just speaking of Bran, why don't you tell us stuff? Bran could have been like, oh, that's his knife. He did that. Yeah. He wrote this letter.
I was, Yeah. So it just comes off a little overwritten, a little clunky, and especially years on. I think I didn't have I don't even have a problem with it. It is what it is, and you had you were going to take Baelish off the board. And look, as far as Baelish is concerned, being sliced at the neck by the daughter of this family he caused so many problems for, and so much death for, and so much destruction for, and just the way it was done mid sentence, no over the top bagging, like you're done, baby, you're done. And I did like that at the end.
Oh, that's what kind of almost frustrated me a little bit more is. I like the end point they got to.
Yes.
It was clunky getting there, but that little sneaky trial of how do you answer these charges? Pause, head turn, Lord Baelish. And then Arya coming in with the bar. My sister asked you a question.
Yep. No, all good. And I love Peter Baelish, and Aidan Gillen is so great as great. Peter Baelish. I think in the end, because Peter Baelish was one of the ones that early on, especially on Screen Junkies, on the Watch and Throne show we did like throne odds at the end of the episode. I for a while was putting some money down on him at one point getting to the throne and ruling the ashes that were there that he burned. He'd burn down the ashes to rule them. Burn down the kingdom to rule the ashes. Sorry, missing that up there. But this is the way to go. So there was that. But the final thing we want to talk about here, Jared, are these two big reveals. And these are things that were long-held theories. I had my L plus R equals J shirt. I still own it.
Just say, do you have the shirt still?
I have the shirt still. And it's one of those. This is of course the true lineage of John. I mean, this is set up from the beginning to be a mystery. We know this both in book and show, and so it's one of and it's rumored. I forget the exact story, but it's rumored to be the thing that Dan and Dave had to answer to George at that Mexican restaurant in Santa Fe to get the show. So it's been known. It had never been confirmed, still unconfirmed mostly in the books. It had been there. It'd been hanging over everything. It made you feel smart if you were at a party and no one knew. That, and then the prediction of the wall's going to come down. At some point, the wall's coming down. And I remember going on Collider. I remember going on Screen Junkies. I remember going on The Night is Dark, the show I had with Tiffany Mott and Michelle Boyd. I've been saying the wall for years was coming down. So these two things happen. We know now the true lineage of Jon. We know who Jon Snow truly is now. Aegon Targaryen. Little different than the show. Obviously, we don't have young Griff, old Griff as the books, and it's playing out differently. Doesn't matter. We get this answer. And then we get to see, I think, a great sequence of the wall coming down. The reaction to that was a preview of what would come a year and a half or so later with season 8. And what I go to all the time, no one listens to me, but that we as a society have a problem with endings, and we have a problem when something is answered. Not just that we don't like it, but even when we predicted it. I was not alone in these predictions of the wall coming down. No one was unique by saying, L plus R equals J. And then when we happened, it was all kind of like, there was this kind of, and I remember people making fun of the wall coming down. And it was the first time I had a lot of issues with the fandom of just being like, well, okay, so you predicted it 6-7 years ago and it happened. That doesn't make it bad. And you wouldn't want the show to mess that up just because you predicted it on some show. So anyways, Jared, I don't know if that makes any sense, but I still
completely.
am a little bitter towards the fandom at the end of this episode.
We're both Star Wars guys, and we just know how bullshit fandoms can be for to their own detriment. And I agree with that. It's like, I was watching the episode. I love the fact that he flies in faster than we've ever seen the dragons fly before. just basically a jet engine on them. The blue flame, and then my favorite thing that was fun with the fandom is, a blue flame means it's a lot hotter flame, so it's not really an ice flame. It's like, that's cute. I like that. But no, the fandom just being like, oh, that was. I'm like, how do you then? What's the threat to Westeros if they're never going to get over the wall? Let the 100,000 just literally chill there. Like, the wall has to come down. I mean, I always said what would have been a fun ending to me, which I was, always just fun, and I never was serious about it. Was, listen, the Night King wins, everything's frozen, King's Landing's done. He looks east, steps on the water, and the water starts to freeze as they walk towards Essos, and that's how we end the show.
There you go. So Brady and Chad's like, people made fun of the wall come down. It's not that they made fun of it. It just had this big energy of, well, we knew that was going to happen. It's like, okay, then what are we doing now at this point? Like, and it's the big thing. I'm not smart enough to, I don't have degrees on my wall, but I still think there's some psychological connection to us not wanting to know the end, not us to still wanting to wonder. The journey is far more fun than the destination, often both in life and in shows. And this is the first time I really started to butt heads with the fandom. So there you go. But a fun episode, and we're set up for a final 8th season.
Yep, and it's one of those, I think we should have saw it coming too, with everybody going, the season's moving too fast when they didn't have just random episode of traveling on the road or Davos and John sitting on the boat talking about Crabber's life.
Right.
But no, you're right. But next week, the journey to the end begins. 6 more episodes, my friend. We've come a long way.
More. And the final point, and we not only we set up the walls coming down, but we have John and Danny.
Oh shit!
The knock on the door? It's happening, and the fandom's like, yeah, this is hot. But looking back, not only the relation, because that scene is happening as we're learning the truth. So you're like, oh, this is ill-fated. This ain't good. Then you have Tyrion, and the weird moment that I think, that was played. I think some of the producers and creators said, I don't even want to say that any of the performers, but you have Tyrion kind of lingering, watching that John had walked in there, and there's someone like, he loved her, was jealous. I always read it as, oh, mother, this isn't good. This is not good. This is going to cause problems, even though he had kind of mentioned it there. So anyways.
Oh, yeah. He saw it coming, but I completely agree. That was a look of, oh, shit, I done fucked up.
Yeah, but there you go. All right, so we'll look at season 8, 6 episodes left on the Game of Thrones rewatch. Jared, thank you so much for making this happen.
Always. As always, you guys stay safe and have a good one.
All right, there we go. All right, Steve, we're almost out of here, buddy. We're almost out of here. A little Game of Thrones talk. We got some science talk. We got more science talk with the Leviathan. We guessed on the Jacksons. We talked sports. We talked Belichick. We talked Melania. We did a lot of things tonight, Steve. We should be proud.
We should be proud. We should be very proud. It was a big show. We had a lot of fun. Thank you to everybody who called in. I learned so much tonight between the polar vortex and the Leviathan, and I have a great new bar game to play with people. Hey, name 25 Jacksons, go. And the person will look at me like I'm a crazy person. But that's a great game.
At this party I'm having tomorrow night, maybe I'll break that out. Hey, everyone, gather around. 25 Jacksons, 10 minutes on the clock. I do think we have to time it. I think the next time Scotty does that, we have like 7 minutes to do it.
Yeah, and Addie's right. I apologize for calling what Jerry said science. Jerry did research and provided knowledge.
It's the science. It's the science of the Leviathan. It is the only place you'll find the science of the beast beneath us there. So there you go. Thanks to all that called in. Super chats. Thank you, Sean, saying, hey, can't call in. Send him my love, an amazing group of Blatherers, my Iberian heritage. Am I saying that? Hibernarian? Heritage relates most of the northern tribes of Westeros. Let's have some fun tonight. Talk about the Brennan laws, Brehon law. I'm just making up words tonight. Ancient ways the Irish govern themselves and live collectively. All right, there you go. We'll have to get a history lesson on that. Love it. Thank you, Sean. I appreciate that. Kyle says, do your own research. And that includes whether or not Bill Belichick should have been a first-time Hall of Famer. We will be back Saturday with the Silly Saturday. Monday, I can announce that Monday, I haven't even told you, a little switch in the lineup. Monday, we'll be doing the headlines game with the one and only Mr. Mark Ellis. So Get ready for that. All right, that's it. Thank you all for being here. Thanks for the super chats. Thanks for channel members. Thanks for gifting memberships. All the good things. All the things. I haven't eaten any food today. I'm going to go eat some dinner. We'll see y'all. Bye.